This is the Hazardous Hooligan, and in today's video, we will be doing a setup, review, and demo of the Distortions Unlimited 2025 Electric Zombie. Let's get right into it. This guy was sculpted by Anders Leche, and before I get into the details here, I'm going to explain to you how you put him together. Now, I have him together just because of ease of the video, but he comes apart right at the waist like most Distortions props, but because he's an animatronic, he weighs a little bit more. But his motor's always in his body. It doesn't come out or anything. So when you get him, he's just going to be two pieces, plus the hat comes off, and then you have the speaker that he comes with. Now, you connect these three wires to three wires that come out of him. So first of all, his light cable. So you plug this, it goes green to green, just like how you would set up a spirit animatronic. What Distortions prides themselves in is plug and play. So the second you get them, you want to plug them in. So here we go. Here's yellow. So you plug yellow and yellow. And then coming out of his back here, you can see that there is another cable here. And you plug, this is a red color. Plug those two in. And then he is all ready to be set up. And now you put him in your hut and he goes. But I do suggest getting a step pad for him or some sort of push button from Fright Props, because the 15-second, he will just keep going and going, and then some groups might miss an activation, and just having a step pad is better. We used him right after the Elevator coming from our haunted house. If you haven't watched my haunted house video, I would totally suggest you checking that out. I'll leave a card up on the top of the screen for you to see that. This guy has some amazing detail, so I'll let you guys see a real up-close footage of him. He has this like disfigured nose, and it looks like him biting into that cable blew all the skin off of his mouth and charred up his chin. But you can see in his eyes, they're very glossy. But that also is because behind these eyes and behind the latex, behind the paint job, there is very, very bright lights that shine right through all that latex and all that paint. And it creates this effect where it looks like he is actively being electrocuted. Same with this light. It's a very high-powered LED light. It lights up a room with no lights on. It's immensely bright. Now you can see these hands here. They're all painted to look like it's blasted out, and he has some great like decaying on his hands, and it's both sides. He has some great detail on them, and they're very realistic hands. And then you can see he has a charred hoodie. Now you can actually take off the hard hat and this here. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to get off, but it is, you can see you can take it off. And then his hoodie underneath is all blasted out. He does stand a little over 6 feet tall with the hard hat, and it's a really menacing piece. He looks very realistic. I could imagine him being a real person and jumping out at me after he bites this cable. It's a really great piece all around. Now, he currently retails for $9.89 US, and I would say it's completely worth it because he is not considered a Frightronic. He is considered an animatronic because he comes with that speaker, and that makes all the difference because he doesn't just shake like the Frightronics. He actually goes along with the audio. So there are some parts of the audio where he stops a little bit, and he stops shaking for a little bit. It's an all fully coded electric professional animatronic. You might be wondering, where can I use an animatronic like this? Now, you can use him in a lot of themes, but I wouldn't say, don't put him in a graveyard or anything like that because he'd kind of stand out from other zombies. You have to put him near like an electrical box or a fuse box or something like that. But he does go in with a lot of themes. You can use him in like a research facility as he's like a maintenance guy, a bunker, kind of post-apocalyptic, zombie apocalypse, stuff like that. But there are some limitations with this guy. But if you take this off, he doesn't have to be a construction worker. He could just be a regular zombie that bit off an electrical wire. And you can take off all the hard hat and this, and you can pretty much use him for anything. But just keep in mind that it should be related to something with electricity. Now, let's get right into the demo. This was the Hazardous Hooligan, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I really enjoy reading them, and I'll see you in the next video.